Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Range Rover Sport. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to National GMC for giving me some time with this Range Rover. This particular one is still available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for David. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbocharged 3-liter inline-6 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 395 horsepower and then 406 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, minimalist is the new design language for Range Rover. So you guys can see these pretty minimalist there, and then you've got the Range Rover logo. And then you notice that the headlights, right, they're pretty flush with the bodywork, and then same thing with the grille, like it's all really flush here on the front end. And so when you put it all together, it definitely gives it this unique front end appearance. Coming around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 285, 45, 22 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see with the wheels, they're all blacked out. You also have the red brake caliper, and I think it looks pretty cool together. Now you guys can see the cut there with the fender, and then again, minimalist with the accent piece there on the side. We have the pop-out door handles as well. And taking a look at the full side view here, you guys can see all the lines are really smooth with the bodywork. So here's our key fob. We have our unlock function or lock function. This is to turn on the lights, and then that is for the hatch, and then obviously the Land Rover logo there in the back, but we'll pop the hatch open. And now taking a look at the rear, you guys can see we've got a cargo cover built in from the factory. We also have a little 12 volts there, and when it comes to storage space, it is quite spacious indeed. And then you've got these buttons right here, which will lower or raise the rear suspension to basically help out with loading stuff in, and then you've got this to lower down the seats. And when you're all done, just press that button right there, and that will lower the hatch right back down. Now I've got this cool kind of like 3D effect here with the taillights. Everything's blacked out here on the back with the rest of the rear. And then look how prominent the exhaust tip covers are. Now I kind of parked this in a bad place, so it's hard for me to get you guys a full view of the rear, but there's kind of something. Now popping inside, really nice leather trim here at the top and then also down below. And I like the two-tone design with the white and the black. Got your little seat adjustment here for the rear passengers, window control, door lock and unlock. And then here are the seats. You guys can see perforated all down the center portion, again two-tone with the leather. And when it comes to legroom, it's actually really good. We've got some vents here in the center. We've got heated seats for the back. We've got our own little climate controls there with the vents with how much airflow you want. And of course, we have our center console / cup holder armrest set up here in the back as well. And then headroom back here, it's also good. Now taking a look at the front door panel here, look at the leather trim there and then all of the darker trim down below. All of our seat adjustments, notice the memory seat functions built into the seat adjustment control. Got all of our window controls here. We've got our mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in, door lock and unlock down below, and then the mirrors also have blind spot monitoring. And then here are the front seats again with the white perforated leather, which is pretty snazzy. And then look at those pedals, those are nice. And then you've got this for the hatch, and then I like all the trim pieces in that area. I think that looks sharp. Now with the steering wheel, again, you got that two-tone design with the white and the black. It's really cool. It's kind of like a tuxedo. Paddle shifters there on the back with our adaptive cruise control, heated steering wheel button on the steering wheel, some controls here for the center stack, and then you got your stalks here on the back. Now we've got this digital gauge cluster here in the center, and we can scroll through different menus here to change like the overall display layout and then see different bits of info on the vehicle itself. And then with the infotainment system, you guys can see you've got a 360 camera system, and just like other Land Rovers, you've got your off-road mode and then your towing mode as well, and resolution's actually really good. Now as for the rest of the infotainment screen, response time with this is really good. You guys can see the elevation, which is pretty cool. We actually have a center locking differential even on this one, so it does have some off-road chops, and you've got the clicky thing where you've got to like really click in. We do have Apple CarPlay with this, but other than that, I mean, it's a good infotainment system. Now down below we've got our minimalist climate control area here, so that's just for the seats. So you press that and then I'll pull up the seat menu. But yep, you've got all of your little buttons right there, and then with these controls you pull it up, that'll do the fan speed, and then you guys can see push it down for temperature and then push it down again. That's for your heated and ventilated seats. We've got our shifter here for the 8-speed automatic. We've got radio control right next to it, stop start, and then this is our drive mode select with our hill descent control, and then if we push that up, it'll pop up here with the drive mode. So you know, it's got a comfort, and then we got like an eco, dynamic, and then some off-road modes that come with this, so it's pretty cool the different modes you have. Got some more storage up front, and then you guys can see here with the center console. And so yeah, look at the trim here. And then also on the dash, the trim's really nice all over. This, I'm not sure if this is actual leather. It feels a little bit different. This is definitely leather down below. Anyways, other than material use, got the double glove box here, which is also another nice feature, and it's padded even on the outside. Yeah, the material use is great in this. And then also full panoramic sunroof at the top, controls for it just right there. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors, dual blind spot monitoring, and throughout the rest of the rear. And, well, let us set off. Now, I've done a few reviews with the Range Rover Sport already, but, you know, I'll always take a review with one of these because they're actually still pretty hard to get a hold of. At least here in Utah, I think they're still sold out for quite some time, which is, well, kind of expected with that brand. It seems like everyone's wanting to go Land Rover these days. First off, seat comfort's amazing. And do I have my cooled seat function on? Yes, I do. That is nice. So yeah, seat comfort's really good. And on top of that, suspension comfort with the Range Rover Sport's amazing. Now, this inline six, obviously this isn't the exciting V8 engine that you can get with the Sport, but it's actually really good. This is the engine that my wife and I have in our Land Rover Defender, and we really like it. It's got tons of power, gets decent gas mileage for the size of vehicle. Pretty good. And it looks like this one also has the solar attenuating windshield, notice because of the squiggly lines. But anyways, it's a good powertrain. Like, it's very solid. Now, even though this has big wheels, ride comfort's really good, and I think a big part of that is the air suspension with this. But you know what? I want to see someone put like small wheels and off-road tires on one of these Sports. I think that would be such a cool thing to do. But maybe I have to be the person that'll do that. But anyways, turn-in's good. It is a heavier, bigger SUV, and you can kind of feel that. But it actually handles really well despite the size. But the biggest thing is the comfort. It's just such a comfortable ride. Braking's good. I like the feel of the paddles. I think those are very nice. And get one more acceleration. Ooh, there's a bit of turbo lag, but then once you like get into the turbos and everything, then it comes alive and it really moves. So, capping things off with Le Range Rover Sport. I think it looks really good on the outside. I like the minimalist theme. I think it works. Interior wise, I think it's a huge upgrade over the previous version. I think that's the bigger upgrade. Exterior styling, some of you will like it, some of you won't, but the interior, I think that we can say it's better. It seems like that's lately with car makers, is like the interiors are always better, but then the exterior, it's like, I'm not so sure about this new styling. And it drives amazing. So it's comfortable, it's quiet. It does a really good job as a luxury car. And this inline six powertrain, it's more than enough in my opinion. The V8, it is faster, it is fun. I have driven one, but I think that for most people, for the daily driving uses and everything, I think this engine is more than enough. And it's been proven to actually be pretty dang reliable. So let me know what you guys think about the Range Rover Sport, and let me know if you'd go inline six or V8.